So what am I doing here at the Queen Elizabeth Centre in London with a bucket full of smiley squidgy balls? We're going to find out in this episode of Rog Vlog. I'm down in London for the second Youpreneur Summit. It's a conference aimed at individuals running businesses based around their personal brand. Last year, I was a guest. This year, I'm a speaker. Just walking across Westminster Bridge, and there's all these really cool old cars going past. There must be some sort of cool old car rally going on in London today. When I was here last year, I decided I'd love to be on that Youpreneur stage. So I pitched an idea to the organiser, Chris Ducker, and he said yes. The Queen Elizabeth Centre is, of course, right next to Westminster Abbey. Chris Ducker always puts on phenomenal events, so I was absolutely delighted that he invited me to speak on his stage this year.
I don't know who you are, and I don't know what you want. If it's a ransom you're after, I can tell you I don't have any money. But what I do have is a very particular set of skills. Skills that I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. Skills like blogging, yeah? Podcasting, going viral on YouTube, yeah? Tweets. We're just having a coffee break, so I thought I'd come up on the stage again and just let you have a look at this amazing stage set. Amazing. Just look right down there into the audience. Absolutely colossal. What a venue. Wow. All right. Okay.
Also got this live video stage going on here behind me. So once you've done your main speech on the stage in the auditorium, they bring you up here, they go live on Facebook, live on Periscope, live on Instagram, and broadcast you out to the world.
Please be upstanding for the incomparable Roger Edwards.
So I thought I'd find a quiet spot in the conference hall, and to be honest, it's actually really hard to find a quiet spot when there are 400 people wandering around. But I thought I'd tell you a little bit about this new speech I'm doing here at Youpreneur Summit. It's all about fixing broken marketing. Marketing is broken, busted, kaput, except when it's done with integrity and a deep, almost obsessive understanding of the customer. And there are three things that I think are wrong with marketing. First of all, it's all about communications these days. Communications! Communications is a tiny part of what marketing is all about. Secondly, it's intrusive, it's annoying. By a show of hands, guys, hands up if you have recently unsubscribed from an email list. Wow! And thirdly, it's complicated. Passive language, bloated words, management speak. And the speech is all about how to fix those three things. And to explain it, I told the story of a very interesting character. And I opened the door, And there's this really quite large gentleman stood there. He goes, "Hello, Mr. Edwards. I'm John the Wineman." I'm John the Wineman. And what was all that stuff with the squidgy balls? I want you to imagine that this bucket, which is full of tennis balls, by the way, is marketing communications. And what happens if I dip my hand into this bucket and I come over here and I start communicating with my audience? What's your name? Lee. If I stand here and carry on chucking these balls at you, sorry, hey, he's going to get a bit pissed off with me eventually, isn't he? That was the intrusiveness of the marketing. That was the interruption. That was the annoying marketing. We are not going to be Simon the Spammy webinar man, are we? We are going to be John the Wineman. We are going to be Youpreneurs.
All right. Give it up there. We're all doing this one more time, everybody.
Well, that went rather well.
A couple of things I love most. There was John the Wineman. It's a great story about how to sell well.
If you haven't heard the John the Wineman story, you've got to hear it.
And it also feels like you were in his living room with him and John the Wine Guy.
And then there was a moment talking about segmentation and balls being thrown in the audience.
Unlike some stories that just have no place to talk, he hung so much knowledge around it, so much interest, so much enthusiasm. And I just want to be John the Wineman.
If you're looking for a speaker, watch as your man.
This is Mr. Ducker. And Chris, thank you for inviting me onto your stage. It means a lot.
It was a pleasure to have you. Roger did a phenomenal job yesterday. Yeah, honestly, very funny, engaging. You dropped those value bombs, which I knew you would.
And chucked the balls.
And you chucked the balls out to the crowd. I chucked one out as well.
You did as well.
It was great to have you, man. It was a pleasure to have you. It's been great to see your speaking career unfold over the last couple of years. It was brilliant to have you on the stage. It really was.
Thank you, Chris.
Rock and roll, mate.
This guy. What an incredible weekend. How good was Youpreneur Summit? I'm back in Edinburgh and I've come down to my favourite place, the harbour at Fisher Row, to reflect upon the weekend that's just gone by. Needless to say, I've been absolutely overwhelmed with the feedback I've received on my speech. And one piece of feedback in particular resonated with me. Joanne Sweeney said it was a story of real human connection in a world that's gone disconnection mad. So I'd love to take my John the Wineman story and my bucket and balls to a wider audience around Europe and maybe even the world. So if you'd like me to talk at your conference, please do get in touch. If you enjoyed this episode of Rog Vlog, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the meantime, tell me, what's the best conference you've been to this year?